The question is, how do you avoid all the Dubai restaurants and all the restaurants, as you can see here from behind me, you can see all these fancy restaurants, right? How do you avoid these when you're on a fat loss journey? How do you navigate living in Dubai and trying to be healthy? Well, it is a subject in which a lot of people don't realize and they don't understand because they are overwhelmed. They're overwhelmed by the lifestyle because of, the high quality restaurants. Every weekend you're eating at Michelin star restaurants, pretty much Michelin star restaurants. And what you'll find is that you'll find it really hard to say no, right? So you'll go to these restaurants and you'll find to yourself, like, a friend will be going, you've not seen your friend in a couple of weeks, you'll always meet up and you'll be going to somewhere on a Saturday. And then that's during the day. And at night time, it's so accessible to order food. And you can even order from some of these amazing cafes here. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of them. There's also a load of them all down the bottom there, all the way along the bottom. And it is just a nightmare when it comes to actually trying to be healthy, and even more so trying to navigate your fat loss journey, especially if you're overweight. Not only do people struggle to lose the weight, they struggle to actually not put more on, right? And then they're put on top of that, they've got trips they're taking on top of that to different countries in Europe. Now it's summer. So what you'll need to find is that balance. How do you find the balance to get you to a point where you're not having these troubles anymore? And that's what I'm going to talk about today very briefly here, right? So I want to make it clear that when you are in this structure, you need to put together a basic structure for you to stick to. And what does that look like, right? Because it's easy to say, oh, stick to structure, but what does it look like in reality? Well, what it looks like is, firstly, knowing what you're doing on a Saturday and Sunday. This weekend doesn't start Friday. So keep to understanding Monday to Friday, you're still on a weekday, you're still following the same principles. On top of that, once you've navigated that, so you've got Saturday and Sunday left, right? On those Saturday and Sunday days, you need to think, okay, do I need to do what I want on both of these days in terms of nutrition? The answer is no, all right? Do I want a cheat meal and go to a restaurant that I want and I'm looking for, I've worked hard all week? The answer might be yes. So pick something with you and your partner, you and a friend that you are wanting to have. Then from there, now you know that what restaurant you're going to and what time you're doing it. Let's say, as an example here, Saturday night, as that's most common for most people. You think to yourself, right, well, I'm having a cheat meal tonight. I'm out with my friends. I might want to have a glass of wine. I might want to have a meal of my choice. So that's going to be super high in calories. So I know on Sunday, which I'll come to in a second, I'm going to have that balance, right? You're going to El Boro and Al Nassim Hotel, all right? Or you're going to where I'm at now, which is Joe's Cafe. I don't know if we'll go to Joe's Cafe, but yeah, the fountains are not on right now, so you might not come to Dubai Mall. But how would you navigate that? So Saturday night, so then on Saturday you can have one other meal, right? Let's say during the day, you can have your meal of your choice. It might be a low calorie, high protein meal. So you finish your workout on Saturday morning, you go home, you have the food in the fridge from Friday. That is foundational. Why is that foundational? Or fundamental? Because if you don't, you'll get home on a Saturday and you'll just be like, you know what? Why not? I'm just going to eat what I want. You have to navigate that correctly. Make sure the food is in the day because you're not going to waste it. Most people don't like wasting food, and this will keep you accountable. Then on Saturday night, you go out, you have the good time, you enjoy the food you want. You wake up on Sunday, you ate out. Okay, typical, you ate out. And if you didn't eat out, make sure the Saturday night you don't put it in the fridge for the next day. That's absolutely fundamental. You don't take as you call it, a doggy bag away on the Saturday night and take it home because you've not finished the food. It's another thing you shouldn't do. So make sure you actually eat the food there and then. When you come home, the house hasn't got the food in there. You wake up on Sunday, it is just like a weekday. You follow the Sunday procedure, because if you don't, you'll end up eating so much more calories. I just had a call with my team there, and they were explaining, some people were asking some questions, and somebody was explaining that, they went out say 3 times a week on the weekend for different meals, and they're trying to have healthy choices. If you're having healthy choices that are, say, 300 calories over, or say 350, you're 1,050 calories over for the week. You're on a deficit, so that week you were going to lose body fat, and that weekend you end up having healthy choices that were too high in calories, and it messes up the whole week. So that is why you need to start understanding why it is so important for you to make sure that you are not eating just 3 random healthy meals of your choices, and you have that structure at the weekend. Or you'll I'll tell you the cycle. You'll do really well for 3-4 weeks. You won't get the results you want. You'll get frustrated because you're doing well through the week and you're being disciplined. You don't get the speed of results you want, or you don't get any results, and then you give up. You stop for a few months, you even put more fat on, then you start again over and over again. And that is the cycle of this, and that is why it is a nightmare, and why you need to navigate Dubai correctly, or you'll end up in a situation where you mess up and you never get the results you want. You don't have the body you want. And it's probably the worst place in the world not to have the body you want, because there's so much sun. You're always in beach bars, beach clubs, and in places in which you find yourself, feeling more conscious of your body composition and things. So keep that in mind. These are structures that you should fall into place for you. Please stick to those structures. Any questions, please comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And I can also, if you've got any kind of topics you want me to cover, please drop a message on here and let me know. And the last part is please subscribe to the channel. It is going to be really helpful for me, to algorithm, for me to help more people.